Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we'll learn how to animate images in Blender 4.3. First, download the images you want to use for the animation in PNG format. You can find suitable images on the web. Open a new Blender file to get started. Go to the Add menu at the top, select the image and choose Mesh Plane. Browse to the car image file and import it as a plane using the default settings. To see the car image, press Z key and switch to Material Preview mode. Press numpad 7 to switch to the top view. You can use following shortcuts to adjust the image. Press G to move, R to rotate, and S to scale the plane. Press G, then Y to move the car along the Y-axis, ensuring the wheels align with the X-axis. Alright, let's separate the wheels to rotate them around the Z-axis. First, select the cursor tool and place the 3D cursor in the center of the front wheel. Then, switch back to Selection tool. Add a cylinder object and press the S key to scale it down so it's aligned with the wheel. Press Shift D to duplicate the cylinder and move it back to the rear wheel. With the rear cylinder selected, hold Shift and select the front one as well. Finally, press Ctrl J to join the two cylinders together. Select the image plane and press Shift T to duplicate it. Hide the duplicated one in the outliner editor. Select the original image, go to the Modifier tab and add a Boolean modifier. The Boolean modifier will allow us to separate the wheels. Set the Boolean type to intersect and select the cylinders as the Boolean objects. Apply the Boolean modifier and then delete the cylinders. Now, let's separate the wheels. Press the Tab key to switch to edit mode. Press P key and select Separate by Loose Parts. When you return to object mode, you can now select the wheels individually. Press R key to try rotating them. You'll notice that the origin points are not centered on the wheels, so they cannot rotate around the center. To fix this, select the wheels, right-click, and choose Set Origin to Geometry. Now, you can rotate the wheels around the center. Finally, rename the wheels in the outliner editor as front wheel and rear wheel. Alright, let's animate the wheels. First, select the front wheel and go to the Object Properties tab. Adjust the Z rotation value to confirm it rotates correctly, as this is the value we'll animate. At the first frame, hover over the Z rotation field and press the I key to add a keyframe. Next, move to frame 60 and set the Z rotation value to negative 360 degrees. Press I key again to add another keyframe. Now, when you play the animation, the wheel will complete one full rotation around the Z-axis. With the keyframe selected, press the T key and change the interpolation type to linear. To make animation loop, press Shift E and select Make Cyclic. That's it. To speed up the rotation animation, simply select the second keyframe and drag it to the earlier frame on the timeline. The closer the second keyframe is to the first, the faster the rotation will play. Select the rear wheel, then hold Shift and select the front wheel. Ensure the front wheel is the active selection, indicated by yellow outline. Go to the Object menu, navigate to Link Transfer Data and choose Link Animation Data. This will copy the keyframes from the front wheel to the rear wheel, making their animation identical. Go to the Outliner editor and unhide the car body. Select the car body and move it slightly down along the Z-axis. Next, select the wheels one by one and then, while holding Shift, select the car body so it's the active selection. Press Ctrl P and choose Set Parent to Object. Now, if you select and move only the car body, the wheels will move along with it. To animate the car's movement along the X-axis, start by selecting the car body. At frame 1, press K and choose location to add a keyframe. Then, go to frame 200, move the car along the X-axis to the desired position and press K again to add another location keyframe. When you play the animation, the car will move along the X-axis while the wheels rotate. To ensure the motion is consistent, select the keyframes, press T and set the interpolation type to linear. Alright, let's animate the exhaust with a smoke image. Position the image in front of the exhaust pipe and adjust its location, rotation, and scale. Switch the timeline editor to the shader editor for material adjustments. Add a transparent shader node and a mix shader node, then connect both shaders to the mix shader. Plug the mix shader into the material output. Adjust the factor value of the mix shader to make the smoke appear and disappear. If you go to the Material Properties tab, you can also adjust the factor value here. Switch the shader editor to graph editor. At frame 1, set the factor value to 0.9 and press I to add a keyframe. Disable the only selected option, so you can see all animation curves. Go to the Filter menu, disable the Transform Curves, so we can only see smoke curves. Move to frame 15, set the factor to 0 and press I again. At frame 30, set the factor back to the 0.9 and add another keyframe. In the Graph Editor, click the Modifiers tab on the right panel and add a Cycles modifier to make the animation loop. Finally, with the smoke plane selected, hold Shift and select the car body. Press Ctrl P and choose Set Parent to Object. Now, the smoke plane will move with the car, completing the animated exhaust effect. Import the tree image as a plane and move it below the car along the Z-axis. Use the G key to position it and the S key to scale it up. To animate the tree branches, switch the edit mode and subdivide the plane 50 times using the right-click menu. Switch to the sculpt mode. Then, go to the Object Data Properties tab and add two shape keys. With the second shape key selected, set its value to 1. Use the brush tool to apply deformation to the branches, increasing the brush strength and radius as needed. Smooth out the branches using the smooth brush. Sliding the shape key value will now make the branches appear to swing. Finally, add keyframes to animate the shape key value over time. Switch back to Object mode. Duplicate the tree and resize it as you wish. Alright, let's import the background image. Import the clouds and animate them using location keyframes. To render the scene, add a camera to go to the Camera Properties tab. Set its type to orthographic. Press Ctrl-Alt numpad 0 to align the camera to current view. Adjust the camera area using the Shift X and Y values. Switch to Render Preview mode by pressing the Z key. In the Render Properties tab, set the render engine to Eevee. Add the area light source for illumination and place it at the center of the camera perspective. Scale it up, cover the entire camera view. Adjust the lamp's power to 100 watts in the light properties and disable shadows to prevent objects from casting shadows. Back in the Render Properties tab, enable the Ray Tracing option. Scroll down to the Color Management section, set the View Transform to Standard, change the contrast to medium and set the exposure to negative 0.5 for balanced lighting. In the Output Properties tab, set the resolution to 1080 pixels for Full HD. Adjust the frame rate 25 fps and set the animation's end frame to 180. Choose a folder to save the animation and rename the file. Switch the video format MPEG, then open the encoding panel and set the container type to MPEG-4. Finally, go to the render menu and render the animation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.